Hey, what's up, y'all? So I just wanted to, I'm on vacation in Hawaii, Maui actually, but obviously we saw what's going on with my brother Kwame Brown, and my brother Stack Jack. Man, I wish, things need to be said. I think Kwame was the butt end of all the jokes over the years. I remember Kwame's being strong. I mean, obviously he wasn't, winning a lot of basketball games. I remember him being strong. When these guys get picked first, it's tough. You got to develop them. In America, we don't develop big, so that's the issue there. I felt there's other things he could have done, to be effective on the court. And not everybody going to pan out. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody going to pan out. So, with that being said, we got to, be ready to, as much as you put somebody down, you got to pick them up. But we can't pick them up when they lash out like he lashing out right now. You got to know that you said something disrespectful, and then you should be like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to him. Like what Kendrick Perkins does. I think Kendrick reach out if he going to talk about you, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is not media fault, because this is a collective issue. You know what I'm saying? It's a collective issue. And meanwhile, I can never go against Jack. So I'm not getting in between Jack and Kwame, because it's not my fight. But, Jack is my brother. But I'm talking strictly about Kwame. Right now, sometimes people have feelings, my guy and my girls. You got to understand that. And I know this is media because we're making a ton of money. I had a publication company, courtsideaccess.com, which I ain't launched yet. I know how it works, on a smaller scale, not on a big scale. I know how it works. But then the human factor, you got to take that into consideration, because we got human beings with real feelings, and we don't even know how they really feel. Look at my brother Lamar Odom. We didn't know my brother was feeling like that. Look at me. Y'all knew I was G'd up, but you didn't really know how I was feeling, right? And look at other people. Whitney Houston not here no more. Amy Winehouse not here no more. You know what I'm saying? So as humans, you got to take that in consideration. I really feel that as a professional commentator, and fans, I group them in one because sometimes they act the same. I think it's important to have those opinions like, oh man, he can't play, or whatever. That's fine. But then as a commentator, I think sometimes you got to take in consideration, like, you don't know what it is to take pressure from home to the court. Sometimes you're not even taking pressure from home to the court. You're taking pressure from the media opinion to the court. And then you taking that, you're not playing well, then you take it home, and sometimes you leave it bottled in. To Kwame's credit, all the backlash that he got about his game, and his small hands, whatever people want to say, I've never heard the man talk. Some of the things that he said, yeah, I would have called him up and said, hey, you know what I'm saying? But, when you frustrated, you say what's on your mind, and as humans, we're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, even whether you're black or white, like, come on now. We be doing the same things that we shouldn't do or say, or maybe we didn't mean to do or say. Either or. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, when you get a 17, even with LeBron, who knows? What if y'all would have broke LeBron when LeBron's 17 years old? And everybody's saying he ain't big time. He can't make big shots. Yo, the kid's 17 years old. He ain't making no big shot right now. He got too many dogs. No matter how good he is. No, he's 17, 18. I don't care how strong he is. And guys say, he'll never be MJ. Well, give him some time. He's only 25. Oh, he'll never be MJ. He's only 28. You know what I'm saying? Give him some time. So it's like, what about the compliments? You know what I'm saying? What about the compliment? Not saying you need a compliment every time. I got a pretty thick skin, but sometimes people said things about me that I attack right away. I don't wait that long as Kwame wait. Kwame waited 20 years. I'm attacking that joint in a second. You know what I mean? Like right away. I'm just built different. But, at the same time, I think, like, to Kwame's credit, he's not coaching. He probably can, but he's not. He's not commentating. He's not doing sneaker endorsement. I don't know what he's doing. So I heard him say something like, you don't know what y'all could do to me by just saying stuff. Yeah, because if you keep saying, yo, this dude is good trash, then maybe some companies don't want to work with him because he adds no value or something. You might have messed up a deal. Oh, he is trash. Versus, he's the number one pick, the first ever number one pick in high school. That's really hard to do. That's an accomplishment. The first number one pick out of high school and college. To the NBA. That's hard, man. One would argue I probably had a better career than Kwame. But I tried to come out during high school. I got some advice from my Mr. Lorch from Riverside Church, he called Priority Sports with my brother Mark Bartlestein. And they said, you're going to go second round, you come out of high school. I wanted to go out of high school. Felipe Lopez could have went. Kobe went. I wanted to go too. But I wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? I had another path. Ginobili had another path. Stack Jack had another path. And honestly, this is not going at my brother Stack. I can never go against Stack. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. But that's my brother. But this has to do with, enough is enough, And this is actually just speaking openly to everyone involved, mainly my brothers, Kwame, Stack, Jack, Matt, mainly my brothers. You know what I'm saying? I can't really speak for everyone else. You know what I'm saying? I understand. And then from Matt and Stack's point of view, like they in a zone right now. I get it. You know what I'm saying? As I'm in Hawaii on vacation and, having a good time for 15 days, but that's another story. You know what I'm saying? But I get it, Like, these guys is in the zone. These opportunities wasn't there a long time ago where anyone could do a podcast. Look at Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins, we did not expect that. No one expected Kendrick Perkins to have a commentating job that quick. And you know what? He ready for it. Maybe some people didn't take the opportunity, because I'm sure he wasn't the first option. But he the last. He did. And now look what Matt and Steven doing. And I say that because I get that as athletes, we got to keep it popping. Everybody can't be like the elites and get all these big deals. So we got to find other lanes. So I personally feel like Matt and Steve is at the starting point of an explosion because someone had enough. I know when I have enough, I always have enough. I'm different. I got a chip. I got a chip that I'm still trying to put the fire out. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy, I'm just giving my perspective on the situation. Why? Because I'd rather not be doing this in Hawaii. But why? Because I love my colleagues. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had much contact with Kwame, with the exception of when I had to guard him in the post, and I felt how strong he was. That dude is strong. I'll use one of his words, or a curse word. I thought that the kid was good. You don't have to be. This is the problem. Look at Ben Wallace, right? I idolize Ben because he got 4 defensive players of the year. I got one in between that. That's hard to do, to get a defensive player of the year when Ben Wallace was at his peak. I did that. And I got suspended the year when I probably would have got another one, but Ben took 4. Respect. But what I respect more about Ben is he had no post moves. But he's the best player. He's a Hall of Famer, A Hall of Famer. That means he was one of the best on the court without having moves. If he had one, show me. But he can rebound and block and pass. If you don't know. They talk about his rebounding and blocking. Ben Wallace can pass. Kwame could have been the same thing. Kwame is stronger than Ben Wallace. If I'm wrong, someone tell me that I played against Kwame. So you got to coach it different. Just because you're a number 1 pick, and it's for guys in the future, just because you're a number 1 pick or number 2 pick, it don't mean you're going to be the number 1 scorer. I see so many And I'm not saying don't work on your game, but I'm saying it doesn't mean you're going to be a hell of a scorer. Lou Williams, almost last pick, he's a scorer. You know what I'm saying? Kwame could have been that. There's no way that, okay, you will call, anybody game can be trash because they can't score, but that don't make a great player. Look at Dennis Rodman. That don't make a great player. I plenty of times, I shut down an offensive player, and I said, you know what, I ain't going to even score today. I'm going to be the best player on the floor, but the media won't see it, but the wins say it, and the 40 minutes plays say it. I purposely would get 0 rebounds and no rebounds. Just let everybody else get the rebounds, just to prove that I am the best player on the floor tonight. Hall of Famer. No disrespect. It just got, when I was competitive. I'm just saying this because Kwame, maybe he couldn't score, but there's other things that we could have helped him do. Not me, but, coaches or whatever. I'm 41, I coach. You know what I mean? Even a guy from Cleveland, #1 pick, I forget his name. Benson, I think. Where he at? He's athletic. Look at Draymond Green. I ain't saying he like Draymond Green, but I'm saying Draymond strong. Draymond don't have 30 all the time. He had 35 in Game 7 in the finals when he lost against. That's a lot of points. That's only one time he did that. The rest of the time, Draymond is locking up and team defense, passing. You know what I mean? So it's stuff like that I feel, let's get to the issue. The issue is, right now, this is coming from someone's skill set. And then we took the skill set and then we attacked him spiritually, sort of, and emotionally. Like, you garbage, you trash. That's what we saying, right? Okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But when you really break it down, how can you, if you have to break someone down, coaches, do it, but build them up. Don't break them all the way down where they can't come back up. But don't be soft. I ain't saying hey guys, I have problems with players. Face-to-face problems. Not like problems I don't like. Like, yo, you got to pick it up. You got to be a better team player. And not saying I was the greatest team player, but I went through so much. And you know what? It is what it is. You got to be better, yo. You know what I'm saying? And not only from that standpoint, you should work on your game if you want to be the best you could be. Work on your game, yo. You know what I'm saying? Work on your game. Work on your body. Get in the gym and run. Not like run for punishment, but hey, are you working out today? You know what I'm saying? I think there's ways we could do it. That's why when I do coach, we're gonna have a lot of fun, by the way. But I think that's how you approach it. I don't think you let a kid like Kwame not have a successful career. Now, granted, okay, maybe I don't know what he was doing in the gym. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying he stayed for a long time. He's obviously coachable. Because after 20 years, this is what we hear. There's certain things that I don't agree with on both sides. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people, yo, I made every mistake. Yo, hit me up, yo. Real talk. I still be, it is what it is. Like, but hit me up, yo. I don't want nothing from no one. But I like to see people do well because people helped me out when I was going through my stuff as a player. I had support. So I'm going to support people. Like, if I could tell you something, yo, hit me up, yo. You know what I mean? Because, like, we've been through that. There's a bunch. Hit up Rodman, or hit up Tyson. Hit me up. Hit up somebody who's been through something. You know what I mean? I don't know what the barrier is, but I ain't trying to be your agent, your manager. But we like to see people do well. I had people hit me up towards the end of my career. I loved it because I was able to give back. Like, no problem. Like, yo, I think I would do this better or do this different, or boom. people I don't even speak to no more. You know what I mean? So I think, you know, these players, you new players, use the vets, man, if you can. Use the vets if you can. You know what I mean? If y'all need anything, man. You know what I mean? Especially not, you know, more like advice. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm really you know, I really want, I would have did the same thing. I ain't gonna lie, I've done the same thing. Like Kwame, actually. I actually done it. And I think people understand. That's why if you see Stack Jack and if you see these guys, if you see them, you know, you could tell that they feel for the little, well, they're not little brothers no more because they're 30 plus years old. And he's probably pushing 40. I'm 41. You know what I mean? So I could tell they're like, oh shit, I might have said too much. But this is not only, but this is not, I don't think this is about Stack Jack and Matt. This is about everyone. You know what I'm saying? It's about everyone. And some things I want to say that I think should happen right now, because of everything that was said, I would probably have to say it in person. Because I just don't want to, right now, publicly, I don't want to just tell people what they said. Probably could have said it different. And I'm the king of not saying it different. You know what I'm saying? I'm the king of it, but you always need that different perspective. Because where I'm from, we bring it to you if we have to. You know what I'm saying? We will just say it, right? Whatever. And you know, sometimes we don't understand, like, it's consequences, not only like financial consequences, just like you can't take it back. You know what I'm saying? So there's things I wish I had never said. Word. Definitely. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, you know, I wish we could probably I wish those guys need to talk, man. Those guys need to talk. I know Kwame ain't ready to talk. Kwame got yo. Anybody that ever said something bad probably need to go to wherever he live at and try to get that talk, hash that out. And you know, I mean, the kid is smarter than what I never met him like that. I only spent time with him on the court. I know. I'm assuming I said what's up. I don't know. I'm assuming I said what up to him on the court. I ain't talked to many people on the court. I had a note that I used to keep with me on the court. A sticky note that gets sweat, so I had to keep it from getting wet. That said, no friends. Sorry. I don't like that because I wish I would have made more friends. Well, I have friends, but I'm saying, like, real talk. And you know, one of the things that I did before a game was no friends. Never make a friend on the court. Which sucks. But I did give a lot. I'm sure I gave people encouragement. You know, like, you know, especially young guys. You know, play well, man. Keep doing your thing, man. You know what I mean? And I attacked young guys too. Like, I was going hard. Like, it is what it is. But, you know, I just think, like, you know, these guys, it sucks to be. It's entertaining. It started out entertaining. I was watching literally watch probably every one of Kwame videos. I'm on YouTube a lot. So I watch boxing on YouTube. I love it. I watch interviews, like boxers that's not known. You know, when I'm not, like, doing my other stuff that I'm doing. I like YouTube and shit. So I literally binge watched, you know, the guys' videos. And I'm like, damn, this shit really getting out of hand, yo. So I hope I don't know what's gonna come out of it, but you know, I really hope that I ain't gonna say I hope something positive come out of it. I personally hope that these guys like chat, like, but yo, at this point in time, some people done talking. I don't think, and honestly, I think we see Kwame being very direct, but it's probably some people he ain't even get a chance to talk about yet that probably has something to say. But he's right now just talking about people that's like chatting that's going at him. You know what I'm saying? Which is like, Yeah, leave him alone. God damn it. It's over. Real talk. It's like me saying, let me see. It's like, I don't commentate because I don't like saying, oh, he played bad. I just personally don't like that. I like to say he played well, even if he played like trash. You know what I mean? So that's the sole reason I can't commentate. And I did a bunch of stuff on television. Look at all the television things I did. Going all the look at everything I did. I was prepped to get him to start. But I just don't like. I don't like it. I think it's necessary because it's fun. Like if you hear Skip and Steve and A, and I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I like it. But sometimes we take it too far. And you know what? Sometimes we don't. And guys, you take it too far and don't have a media outlet. They don't have no media partner, so they can't get their message out. But things might be changing. Like right now, Kwame is a media distribution company right now. He literally, if he knew anything about digital, he could launch a media website right now and run advertisement on it. If you look at his numbers on YouTube. But that would have to be with a team that's low cost. But that's another thing. It's another story. But sometimes people don't have the outlet to protect themselves. Because, these media companies, they just like connect and combine. They got it down on science and all this stuff. So he's just lashing out like, yo, I'm going to go on my phone. I'm going to chat. I'm going to let everybody know what it is, yo. So, with that being said, it's a long rant, but okay. I'm gonna go back to the beach now. And do some stuff, but anyway. Shout out to everybody in the league, trying to make it, you know what I mean? Making it, not everybody gonna finish on top. It is what it is, man. You gotta have a hell of a work ethic. Everybody different. Somebody always told me that. I used to work so hard in practice. And anybody that wasn't working hard as me, I don't like it. It bothers me. But not everybody like me. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody like that. Non-stop aggressive defense and putting it in and putting a couple people in the blender, in the post. But it's because I just figured I'd work on my game all summer. I just want to work on it. I want to be unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't working on the game, so if you're not working on your game like that, you're not going to get better. And we got to understand that I've been on multiple teams where I was, go-to guy. I played on teams where I wasn't the go-to guy. I was probably always the hardest worker with the exception of, I think Kobe was up there. A couple people was up there. Yao might have been up there on teams that I was on. But if not everybody working on their game like that, so we got to understand, like, it's just human nature. It's the history of the game. Is not everyone's going to be working like the number one player or as hard as the hardest working player. And when that happened, and this is someone talking from experience, because I didn't have patience like that. But when that happens, you got to be ready to embrace that. Like, how can you take someone that's not working on their game as hard as you working on your game, or if you're coaching someone that's not working as hard on their game as you would like them to work, and their climax is, yeah, you could push them a little more, but in the summertime, what they gonna do? Are they working? You don't know. So, but how can you just maximize what they bring to the table now? Just maximize that, yo. Sometimes you might be on the bench too. So that bench teach a lesson. Oof. Yeah, that bench teach a lesson. And sometimes that's all you need is a bench. I realized that. The bench is the best teacher. And you don't even got to scream at nobody. You can just put them on the bench. With the exception of some of these coaches be holding grudges, putting people on the bench for no reason. That's another story. Just because you have power, that's another story. People be doing that, man, holding grudges, and that's another story. I don't even want to get into that. I'm not saying don't overuse your power when you can put somebody on the bench. But I'm saying the bench is a hell of a lesson, because if you're not hustling, I got a seat for you over here. I got this nice seat. I'm going to show you something. And then they're going to be like, hey, what you showing me? The bench. That's what I'm showing you. You wasn't working hard. It's the bench. This is a nice area for you. You're supposed to be playing, but this is where you probably want to be. And you can stay here, and you don't have to work. You don't even have to run. Just sit here on the bench, and everything will be fine. Reverse psychology, passive aggressiveness. There's different things you could do, to get a play. Like, you don't want to be on the bench? Then run, work, get better. You know what I'm saying? And then after the season, we go have coffee. Hey, you got a great season. I'm really proud of you. Blah, 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 whatever. You know what I mean? And this is how I'm looking at it with Kwame. I'm looking at it, how can we never let this happen again? Right? If we saying, not we, because I don't think I ever called them trash. I don't think I ever called them trash personally. But if collectively, if that's the message out there, right? If that's the message, then how can we not let a number one pick? Ain't no reason a number one pick shouldn't have a good career, unless it's on them. Unless they literally don't want to work. You know what I mean? So how can you just keep them working? Like, and say, okay, you're never going to be a Hakeem Olajuwon, but you know what? You could be a big-ass Dennis Rodman. Like, you really need to think about that, right? And work on your game. And then by the time you get older, your offensive game is going to come. Everybody offense don't come in the first 2 years. Look at the history of the game. Everybody offense don't hit. Yeah, some people got it, like Lou Will. He got it when he first came in. He had it. But he wasn't as nice he wasn't as strong. He wasn't as nice as he is now. He old. He like 15 years in the league now. And better. Maybe he's, he get older. A couple years ago, he was nice. That took time to get that nice. That take time, yo. You know what I'm saying? So letting the guy know that, you're going to be averaging 20 in 10 years. And that's okay. It took me a little minute to, I only averaged 24 when I got suspended. Happy about that. Only 9 games, but you know what? It is what it is, man. Then 1 year I averaged 20. I'm happy, yo. I'm happy with that. I'm happy. Everybody different. But it took time to get to that. You know what I'm saying? It took time to get, and for me, it was more time because I was always locking people. I was always playing D, so I had to get my cardio up and be more efficient because I knew I was going back on the defensive end, going balls out. Every loose ball, for the most part, if it's around me, I'm trying to get it. So that's extra energy. So that's, if I took some of that energy, put on offense, just put that up 3-4 points. But it don't matter because that still take time. You know what I mean? Somebody told me, actually Jerry Krause told me a long time ago. Jerry Krause said, I was mad because I only had like 10 points. I couldn't score. It was my rookie year. I'm like, I came in the office. He's like, why are you so mad in practice all the time? I'm like, because we losing. And I said, I'm not scoring. I can't even score. I can't even put the ball in. He said, anybody that played defense like you is going to be a hell of an offensive player. And he said, I'm not worried about you. And at the time, I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I suck right now. And we're losing. And I got to change this, And I'll do anything to get the win, even if I can't score. You know what I'm saying? And we still were losing. So that's where most of my issues came from losing. Every single issue I had on the basketball court, in practice, it came from losing and being competitive. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody feel like that. You know what I mean? Some people do. But even if you feel like that, you still got to channel it. You know what I mean? And it's those type of things that got me, talking so damn long on this video. Because, I'm so removed from, I watch the NBA. I root for the Lakers. I want to see the Knicks win. And I want to see the Pacers win. Sorry. And then the other teams I want to see win. I want to see the Kings win. I want to see the Rockets win. Okay? And then some other teams that I want to see win. I want to see the Utah Jazz win. The Utah Jazz, they treat me so good when I went there. Like, all right, so I want to see Utah win. And every other team, cool. Do what you got to do. So I love the game. I watch the game now. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, with that being said, I'm really like just thinking about what happened. That could have been anybody. Because even when the brawl happened, I was heated. I was heated because there was certain things that my brother said I wouldn't say. And I probably said things worse than him. He way more professional than me. Let's start there. Kwame way more professional than me. If you look at my career and his career. And this is all on the backside when he out the league. I don't even know what he doing. But it was times in the bro, I'm like, I can understand, why he's saying certain things about certain plays. Like, you got to support the players, especially somebody. Right. I remember the brawl happened. They go right to the clip where I run into the stands. They don't even show the clip when the guy threw the bed. And they got the angle because I was in the courtroom, facing time, because somebody hit me with a cup. Facing time, yo. And got it on my record. Couldn't even go to Canada. They asked me, we got to bring you in the back. Why? You got someone on your record. What? Every time I go to Canada, and I've been in Canada back and forth to Vancouver over 20, 30 times. And then I was frustrated because, I'm like, I get it. I messed up, but can you play the whole thing, yo? Can you play from when the guy threw the cup? Y'all have every angle. You can even see them making the bet. They betted $50. But I ate it. You know what I'm saying? I ate it. And I didn't attack many people about that because I'm like, it was too many people to attack because they swarmed me. I could take the swarm, but mentally, but verbally, I'm like, no. Fuck it. I don't feel like saying much. You know what I mean? And even to this day, I spoke about it so much, so I don't have it bottled up as much as Kwame has his bottled up. You know what I'm saying? So, I wish the best for all of them. I mean, you look at Kwame, it seems like he's working, which I love. It seems like I just see a video today, his hands dirty. I don't know what the hell the nigga doing. But it seemed like he's working, like being very positive. That's a great thing. Look at Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. Just 2 years ago, they just started a show on a big network, Showtime and CBS. Now they popping with their own show. I don't know the ins and outs of the deals, but it looks like it's their show. That's real positive. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we like to see. Like, we like to see that. We don't really like to see this. But we going. So hopefully, like they could, hopefully they could explain to each other their perspectives. That would be cool. You don't have to be buddy, but I think like in this situation, I think that would be really cool because, especially as veterans, you got to be there to support the young ones. As veterans, we always have like different things going on, and I got a limb in my head. But we always have different things going on in our eras. Like we'll say, my era was the dopest era. Oh, this new era is not good. Oh, the old era, they were weak. Whatever. Or they were strong. Some people will say the old era was trash. They can't dribble. Or the old era say y'all soft. But I get the argument on both sides because if you're an OG and you started the game and you still living and you only had one hand, you can only go right. Right? You take that, you feel a certain way about that. I would feel a certain way about that. We got people living right now that played in that era that got to hear that. And then we got young kids living right now that got to hear, the 80s was better. The 80s, the 90s. What about the 60s and the 50s? How was that era? I got Oscar Robertson as one of my top 10 players. all time. Look what he did. Like, it is what it is. Then I have some players from here that's kind of... So I can see the argument on both sides, guy. And this is basketball, so everybody gonna always compete. I'm still competing. I'm retired, and in my mind, I be competing until I get on the court. I be like, oh, but I still be competing. This is ridiculous. I actually need help. I just want to compete all the time. Like, I just want to. I just be wanting a reason. Not really, not really, but I do. You know what I mean? But I say that because we got so much fire built up from being competitors. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine you 5-on-5. That's rough enough. Yeah, you go 5-on-5, Pistons versus Pacers. That's rough enough. Now we got like no 5-on-5. Every person for themselves, just like going at it. Like, yo, my era better. We better. You got, but you suck. But you know what I mean? No ref, no organization to the competition at this point, especially if you're not playing. If you're in the league right now, you locked in. If you're not, and you still love ball, you're not locked in. You just thinking about I could beat that guy. He can't guard me. I could have beat him, or you know what I mean. So, and Kwame's competitive. Like, you gotta think about it. He's number one pick. He did something to make him number one pick. You competitive. So if you competitive, if somebody this day was to say, yo, I gave you 40, I'll say, okay, what about the other games? Right? You know what I'm saying? And then it could be like, oh, you can't guard me. It'll start out nice, right? Depending on the conversation and the climate and, depending on what we're talking about, right? But I'm saying, like, it'll get competitive. Start pulling up the footage. Kwame competitive. He ain't gonna let nobody keep running over him. You know what I mean? And I think that's... And Jack ain't gonna let nobody run. Yeah, Jack ain't gonna let nobody run over him. I think Jack... To Jack's credit, I known him for a while. He's changing. And it's really hard to get something out your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I came into the league and surroundings was G'd up. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain things that you probably would do. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things that you probably would do, but you're playing professional basketball. So sometimes it's conflict because you almost rather be on the block, chilling with your boys and being there for them. And when you there for your boys, there's a loyalty there. There's a connection, it's a love. Y'all the same. From the streets. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? It is what it is. But I've seen Jack. That's not an easy thing to get over. So I see what he's doing now, and I'm so happy and proud for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand why Kwame would say certain things, because it don't matter who. That's how I feel. It don't matter who you are right now, how G'd up you are. At this point in time, right now, you're not more G'd up than me, and I'll prove it. And so it's not, so with that being said, it's just like, I seen the growth. You know what I'm saying? I seen the growth with Stack. I see a lot of growth with Kwame. If people would stop bothering him and let the guy just live. Now they asking him to, you're cursing too much. Like, where were you yesterday, or 2 weeks ago? He told everybody to shut up. Probably should have. Is anybody going to support him? We'll wait and see. You know what I'm saying? But I think he had enough, stop. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Like, he's not the worst player to ever play the game, yo. The guy is not the worst player to ever play the game. Good God. If you're playing, for one, if you're playing for MJ, who I wore number 23 in the All-Star game, because of MJ. I don't gotta say anymore. I was All-Star in his number. One time they wouldn't give me Jordans because my brother Reggie was wearing Jordans. The only one player can wear Jordans on the team. Said, hell nah, I'm wearing Jordans. I was in Indiana. He said, no. So I figured I'll just go buy my Jordans. I don't need you to give me Jordans, yo. So I drove to Chicago after shoot around, got my Jordans, and drove back to the game. I got Jordans, and I'm wearing them. Who gonna take them off my feet? Then the next time they send me like 10 pair of Jordans. You know what I want to do is wear Jordans, man. I want to feel like freaking MJ. But anyway, if you playing for MJ, MJ's tough, yo. Like MJ, you heard the stories. And he always had a fire burn. He golf, freaking everything he do, he competing. You know what I mean? He a real one. He a competitor, yo. He a competitor. Look at his career. So he coaching, he owning, he competing. I don't know MJ like that. With the exception of one time I spoke to him on the phone. I spoke to him twice on the phone. When I was early in my career. I went to his office one time. That was amazing. But I know he's competitive, so if he's coaching Kwame or mentoring Kwame, he probably doing it different. Then Kwame got to go to LA and deal with Kobe. We know Kobe, RIP my brother. Come on, yo. Who had to deal with that? And some people can't. I can deal with that. I'm not worried. I can deal. And some people can't. I can. There's not one player, superstar, that too much for me. I probably too much for them. Ain't nobody gonna come saying, "What the hell you doing?" Easy, quickly easy, superstar. But with that being said, not everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody like that. Not everybody could be, alpha to alpha. You want to get it popping in practice, or you want to chill out right now? What you want to do? You want to keep shouting at me from up top? I'll be up in a second. Or you want to chill out? What you want to do right now today? That was my attitude. Now but you look at this kid, we never heard nothing. This is what I'm saying. We never heard nothing. I've never heard anything bad about the kid, but he couldn't play. He's a man. I never heard anything. And this is why I'm kind of a little bit heated about it. Not heated, but a little bit concerned, is because, you get that picture painted from one incident. What have we ever heard from Kwame? What have we ever heard? Nothing. You ain't heard nothing. You heard like me. Well, he's a positive kid, with the exception he get everybody attacking him, so he's like, he going in, he going deep, like he's not playing. He's saying things that was probably on his mind that he experienced from being in this corporate world. He's saying it at the end and after his career, but he's been in the league since the 2000s. So everything, all this social injustice stuff, everything is coming out. And he's not dumb. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, man, it would be amazing if he could just go on and live his life, man. The guy said he got some stuff going on. You know what I mean? He said he got some stuff going on. We don't even know what it is. Like, is anybody supporting his business? I don't know what the hell, he's building houses or something? NBA players, go buy your house from Kwame. I don't know. Like, we don't know what he got going on, but he had his hands, he's doing his thing. So it's like, we got to support that, actually. Because so many people play in the league so long, and we are spoiled brats. It is what it is. Hey, where's my coffee? Where's my thing, man? Where's my cucumber? Every day I have a cucumber, and it's not here today. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. And then when we retire, sometimes it's hard for people to readjust. Like, I went back to school, back humble. I had to go back to school by myself. Like, no more of nothing. I was trying to enter a different world. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't do that, or don't have to, or don't. You know what I'm saying? And this guy chooses to do that. He's doing something. He's working. He's doing something. I don't know what he's doing. That's a positive story. Because we need more NBA. We need more professional athletes. Because not everybody making that big dollar. So we need more people like, after my career, I'm going to actually do something. I'm going to be a teacher. I'm going to build buildings. I'm going to be a plumber. It's cool. It ain't going to kill you. It's only going to put cash in your pocket. It ain't going to kill you. It ain't going to kill you. Only going to put cash in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that, man. You want to read contracts, be an attorney, architect, take 8 years. It's cool. When you retire when you're 40, you're an architect when you're 50. You're still young. I'm 41. I feel great. Like 41. Retired when I was 35. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to get my hands dirty. I'm just going to work. Get my hands dirty and going to work. Positive. Because I'm not really a positive person. They be saying good vibes. I be having bad vibes. It is what it is. But we fight and we try to do the right thing. Right? We fight because everybody's so different. I walk with a chip. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to release that chip. And I'm trying to do things positive. And when you get a guy that's, doing something like that, we got to just dig deep into it and say, okay, look at the whole landscape of everything. Look at the landscape of everything. Right? And now, what are we going to do to get beyond this? You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to ask ourselves. What are we going to do to get beyond this? But anyway, I'm going to go back and visit and enjoy my Hawaii trip. Go grab some groceries. Do some cooking. Some hiking. Sailing and stuff. And before I return back to the hustle and bustle of LA. But yeah. Hopefully these guys work it out, man. All right, peace out.